Sports to the bone family. What's up? What's up? What's up? Blessings, 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 my viewers and subscribers. Shout out to you all. Another Sunday evening live show. Yes, man. Just hoping that everybody's doing okay. Hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday. Hope you guys already had your dinner. I personally I haven't had my dinner as yet, but we're here to talk some cricket. Yeah, man, we're here to talk some cricket. So blessings, blessings, guys, and welcome. Just remember, as you come in, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button just to make sure that you become a part of the family if you have not yet subscribed. Also, make sure that you leave a like on the video and drop a comment. Couple of things to talk about. The Super 50. Jamaica Scorpions, they were able to win the Super 50 tournament, beating the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force in the final. We're going to talk about that. Plus, if there's anything else that we want to discuss where the T20 World Cup is concerned. I know it is done and dusted, but we still have the door open where we can take a look at a couple of things where that is concerned. The 29th, I think, of this month, we play our first test match, first of two, against Australia, so we can talk about that. India, they also were victorious in their game against New Zealand earlier today. Sir Kumar Yadav getting a century, brilliant century. And we had the opening game of the 2022 World Cup. As we know, the World Cup is over there in Qatar, so it's a Christmas World Cup. Ecuador beating Qatar 2-0. Adi Valencia, I think the captain, was able to score 2 goals. So blessings, guys, blessings and welcome. Sharma say good morning from India. Welcome, Sharma, welcome. Sheldon in the place as per usual. Blessings, Sheldon. Clyde says congratulations to JA. Well deserved. Oh, yes, indeed. Danrick, blessings, Danrick. Yeah, man. All right. So yeah, Nelson, blessings. So first things now, I could shout out the Jamaica Scorpions. You understand? As I said, we were able to come away with the title, and that's why I always say, even though at the beginning of the tournament, I like to take a look at a squad and say, based on experience, based on where the players are in their career, we can say, this squad is probably the strongest squad or the strongest squad going into the tournament. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the team on paper, the strongest team on paper, would is always going to win, as we would have seen just now. Yesterday, that is Jamaica Scorpions getting the better of that Trinidad and Tobago team, which would have boasted quite a few current players of that represent West Indies, and a few players that they are no longer in favor with the West Indies selectors. So yeah, man, shout out to Ravman Powell. He has come under a lot of criticism since exploding onto the international scene, but he has definitely transformed himself into a good leader. Shelan says Sky is lighting up the place. It might be great next year. All right, I hear you. Big up one and all. All right. Yeah, blessings. Congratulations to Jamaica team. Big up one and all. Sports to the bone family. Yeah, DJ, blessings. So as I said, quite a few youngsters coming through in this tournament, basically showing that they are working on their craft and they are looking to basically step into the next or step up to the next level, which is the international level. Javier Royal, he's one of them that he has produced some good numbers, not only in the Super 50 but in the CPL. The last couple of stages of the CPL, he has he's doing his thing. It's gonna be hard to dethrone people like Moti and Akil Hussein, you understand, but it's good to see a couple of other players coming through. People like Akeem Jordan, we would have seen a couple of other guys. Don't want to single out anybody, but Alec Arthanes didn't look too bad either. Quite a few guys, my peeps. You can go ahead in the comment section and remind me of some of the players that were very impressive throughout the tournament. Because, at the end of the day, everybody, the aim is to represent West Indies, right? Trinidad's bowling showed its vulnerability against Barbados. The second last over against Barbados went for one run when the batsman failed to get in form batter. Oh, Royal on strike. Okay. All right. Pooran might be well advised to offer his resignation as white ball captain. Well, it's definitely something that we can't shy away from. People will be talking about it. His individual performance not good at the international level, and Super 50 didn't work for him either. You understand? So we're going to keep an eye on that to see how it go. My issue is I want Pooran the batsman to come back. That is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that more than how I'm even worried about the captaincy. In truth and in fact, you need good captaincy to win games, but Pooran is one of those guys that I don't want to see his career go down the drain. I have seen so many of them start so bright, and when couple of years after, when you start to say these guys are no longer capable of cutting it at the international level, you hear people start talk about what they used to do 3, 4, 5 years ago. You understand? So we don't want his career to head down that path at all. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Big up. I hope selectors looking at Powell now as Pooran replacement for 2023. Also, is Fabian Allen stop playing. Quite a few persons have been asking what's happening with Fabian Allen, and this is it, guys. You would know me by now. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. You understand? And in all honesty, I have no idea what is going on with Fabian Allen. I haven't heard anything about any injuries, and I haven't heard anything about any injuries and or anything like that. So I'm not too sure why he wasn't a part of the squad. In 2024, you have two changes. You have to change these umpires for T20 World Cup. Cheating was going on yesterday's game. Not sure what you're talking about. Football World Cup will be hot. Argentina, South America need one. As most people on here would know by now, I support Argentina, not necessarily because of Messi. It would be nice for him to ride off in the sunset with a World Cup, but I support Argentina. It's going to be probably difficult to beat Brazil though, and I have Denmark as dark horses in the tournament. Sports to the Bone, if one day you wake up as JCA chief, what moves would you put in place now, given Ravman Powell is showing the others around the Caribbean that Jamaica cricket isn't dead and is here to stay? Well, the first thing I would want to do, is to make sure that I allocate, if not money, equipment. Similarly to who I saw the Guyana. I don't remember if it was a past player from Guyana or Barbados that was reaching out to Sachin Tendulkar the other day asking for equipment. That is something that I would do. If I wake up and find out that I'm in charge of Jamaica cricket, that's the first thing I'm going to do. If there is not enough money for me to pump into the school system, I'm going to make sure that I get equipment and get international players, retired players, whatever companies there is to sponsor equipment and hand it off to the schools. Because I am no longer teaching in Jamaica, but I was teaching there in Jamaica for 6 years. And this is something that I can tell you. Quite a few schools would want to play cricket, but the equipment, they are very, very expensive. And that is one of the main reasons why we don't have some schools in there. Not only that, I know that football, track and field, basketball, these things are getting more popular and all of that, so students tend to gravitate towards that. But that is definitely one of the problems. The schools don't have any cricket equipment. You understand? And as I said, I witnessed it firsthand when I was there. So that is one of the main things I would make sure that I get the cricket competition on par with what is happening with the football competition out there in Jamaica. Quite a few other things that that I would probably do also. Sachin in the place. Sachin says, Wednesday we see Captain Polly take the field to lead his New York strikers squad in the Abu Dhabi T10. His team has 3 other West Indian, Hussein, Rampal, and Shepherd. Oh, it's okay. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. I think I might get a chance to watch that game. I am actually on what do you call it? Thanksgiving holidays. So I might get a chance to watch that. Powell 346 runs, Pooran 342 in the Super 50. I didn't even realize that Pooran had made so many runs. You understand? But it's good. It's good to see that he was able to get some runs in the Super 50. Hopefully he will be able to carry this farm over to international cricket. Double champion. It's like West Indies even thought they may lack in the numbers and resources like other countries. When it comes to cricket, the talent will never run out. All right. Pooran needs to consult Powell instead of turning to Hussein and others for advice during a match. I'm not too sure if that is what he's doing. I am not too sure. All right. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Why are you wearing a hat in the house? The place cold, Virgin. Look at my head. I had a haircut the other day and the place kind of cold, so I have to cover up the head, man. You can't make the knowledge blow out. Place cold, Rasta. Do we consider CPL as regional cricket? I mean, it's not owned by CWI per se, but I remember hearing CWI saying that it's a CWI sanctioned event, so they can select players based on how they perform in the CPL. You understand? So I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a regional tournament, regional cricket, because we have people from all over the world coming in, and quite a few of our youngsters in the region don't really get an opportunity to play in there in the tournament, but it's not solely owned by CWI. So I would say no, but I might be wrong. At least Ecuador beating Qatar shows that the World Cup isn't fixed. Maybe not yet. It was Winston Benjamin. It was Winston Benjamin that said it. All right. All right. All right. The way the selectors treating Cornwall and Allen badly, the selectors are pushing them out of West Indies cricket. I'm not too sure what the selectors would have done to Fabian Allen in terms of I can't say they are treating him badly, because in my opinion, where the World Cup is concerned, he didn't actually play any cricket leading up to the World Cup for months. Then we were made aware that it was because I think his father was suffering from an illness and then passed, if I remember correctly. So he wasn't really playing. So I can understand why he wasn't selected. You understand? Quite people going to say he should have been selected, but that is something else. Cornwall, he has been putting in the work, but as I said, I think they have moved past him. Don't know why. Denmark is good underdog. Yeah, man. Looking at Denmark, apparently it was outside because of something. I saw the clip, but I didn't actually see the game. Senegal. The problem with that now, Nelson, Sadio Mane, I think is going to miss the tournament, and I'm not too sure if Koulibaly is fully fit. He's going to be playing, but I'm not too sure if he's fully fit. Okay, I have to ask, if you have Morgan and Pollard in the same team, who are you picking to captain the team? Morgan has to captain the team, man. Morgan definitely has to captain the team. I love Pollard as a captain. You guys would have probably heard me say this on several occasions. When it comes on to regional cricket, when it comes on to West Indies cricket, I like Pollard as a captain. But in terms of somebody that would have helped to transform and white ball cricket in terms of captaincy and leadership skills, I would have to go with Morgan, man. That man is a genius, Bridget. Not saying Pollard isn't good enough, but that I have to call it for what it is, not because he's not from the Caribbean. Sports to the Bone. Now we have to chance to discuss it in your opinion. Discuss it. In your opinion, wasn't it a positive sign to see West Indies score 424 declared because our bowlers failed, but we know they will turn up eventually? You see, I am hoping that it was a case of a pitch being the pitch being extremely flat. But you know, more than one occasions we would have seen the pitch being extremely flat and our batsmen still get steamroll. So it was good, as I said, to see the batsmen scoring so much runs and being able to declare. As you said, the bowlers will turn up eventually. It's going to be difficult against that Australia top six of probably Warner, Kawaja, Marnus Lamache, Stephen Smith, Travis Head, and Cameron Green, I guess. Going to be the top six. It's going to be difficult, but I back the bowlers, as you said, to come good when the time is there. Hey brother, good night, blessings. Yeah man, blessings family. Yeah, the barber you got too low with the haircut, man. King Pollard, legend of cricket, says Sharma. All right, Cornwall was clearly hurt in that Super 50, though. I have to say sorry to the selectors for questioning why Cornwall wasn't picked. Sports of the Bone, what about women's cricket in Jamaica? We need athletic females in our team. Where cricket is concerned in Jamaica for females, I'm not going to say it's not there, but it's not as big as how we would want it. When I was there in Jamaica, when I was going to school, I remember Stephanie Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, playing cricket for Eltham High School in Spanish Town with the boys. And I didn't really see a lot of females playing cricket. Most persons on here would know that I went to GC Foster, which is a sports college. So at that time, I saw a whole lot of girls playing cricket. But separate and apart from that, not a lot of girls play cricket out there. And when I was coaching in Jamaica, we had to have at least, well, at the primary school level, at least two girls on the team. So, there is no competition for them. They just put two girls on the team and things. So, in a match versus Barbados, Cornwall literally didn't even bend down to stop at okay, easy. Man jog around ball like it was. Oh, I didn't see the game. Yeah. IPL franchise focus on strike rate in T20. Do IPL franchises focus on strike rate in T20? Yeah, that is one of the main things that they look at, man. That is one of the main things that they look at. Pollard is captain in Morgan in the T10. It is a new team, and Pollard is the bigger draw, say Sheldon. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, Sheldon. But in terms of my personal opinion, Morgan is a better captain. Sports of the Bone, who you are bringing for the World Cup? Salman, as I would have said on several occasions, I support Argentina. You understand? Not too sure if we're going to be able to win it, but that is a team that I have been supporting for years. Sports of the Bone, in your opinion, does Powell, Odin, Moti, and Shepherd make it back to the ODI tour versus South Africa? And the better question would be who would it be that they replace? Moti and Odin Smith. Odin Smith ended the tournament as a joint top wicket taker with Nicholson Gardner and Shannon Gabriel. His batting, he is definitely in that squad, I guess. Gudikish Moti should be there, but it's tough because when you look at it, Jason Holler is there as an all-rounder already, and how I stay. I'm not a fan of packing a 50 over game with all-rounders because they're going to have people playing half and half cricket, and I don't like it. But in all honesty, Odin Smith, Romaro Shepherd, especially, these guys would have done some work, good amount of work to get back, to get a look in. Where the batting is concerned, can someone tell me how much runs Bravo scored in all? Darren Bravo, that is. It was good. It was good to see Bravo getting some runs. Mitchell Stark will destroy West Indies in upcoming series. Yeah, that's a strong possibility. Speaking of Argentina, they'll play on Tuesday. Yeah, man, I'll get a chance to see that game because I am on a little break from work now. I guess Shepherd and Smith would be back in the ODI against South Africa as I see Australia destroy New Zealand in the ODI series. All right. Guys, make your prediction on tomorrow's game, England versus Iran, FIFA World Cup, and Iran versus what's that? I can't be the same thing. Um, I watch a lot of English Premier League, so I want to see England do well. But the team is not in a good place. They have people injured, people not in form, and all sort of things. But you know, I can see England probably coming away with a 2-1 victory. They might lose also because Harry Maguire will be starting, and if Gareth Southgate plays a back three and Kyle Walker is not fit, they're going to concede goals. Is it weird that our top spinner in Akil couldn't take more wickets than Moti? I mean, it's not weird. It's not weird because it's not weird because I mean Moti is a quality spinner. He's definitely a quality spinner. Akil Hussein has been performing better at the international level, but you know it doesn't mean that Gudikish Moti isn't quality. So it just so happened that Moti was able to pick up more wickets, but you know it's not a case of Akil Hussein being a thousands of miles ahead of him. So it's not really surprising. Oh, so Bravo made 253. Okay. Cornwall is suited to T10 cricket. Recall that in the test match against Bangladesh the keeper had to run the ball to the boundary. Cornwall feeling at first slip. Yeah, I remember that. Michael Jackson Bravo scored 240 runs in 7 innings, average 48. Yeah, it's not too bad. I am sorry he wasn't able to get a century. But that's not too bad at all. It wasn't too shabby. Tomorrow is England versus Iran, Netherlands versus Senegal, and Italy versus. Oh, some good games tomorrow, man. Some good games. Oh, heck, just remember. Yeah. So how we getting 2 different runs by Bravo? What's going on? Sports in the Bone. I heard West Indies will play India this summer in the Caribbean. Which other tour they have next? Well, I know that we're going to play Australia in the next couple of weeks. Well, probably just a week and a couple of days. And then we have South Africa. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to check back the schedule and see where we're at. Mr. Yo, people only talking about Hussein. He overrated. He can't get a wicket against Jamaica until the batsman gift Hussein his wicket. I wouldn't say he's overrated in all honesty. I watch enough cricket I watch enough of West Indies cricket to say that to say that he's not overrated. I mean, he wasn't as fruitful as we were expecting in this tournament, but you know what he has done over the last probably 18 months going to 2 years at the international level, I wouldn't say that at all, but I respect everybody's opinion. Would you pick Primus for the 50 over West Indies squad? That was a very, very good 130 not out that he made, but I'm not too sure where he would fit in because, you know, it's only 11 people can play when you look at it, you understand? And I would also want Alec Arthanes in that squad. So that 130 is catchy and it looks good, and I am happy that he was able to score it. But I'm not too sure if that actually kicked the door right down for him to get in. Akil Hussein is an all-rounder. All right, he's a bowler that can bat. Yeah, his batting is improving. I wouldn't go as far as to say he's an genuine all-rounder. If Akil Hussein is an all-rounder, then Narayan all-rounder, and Moti all-rounder, and Sinclair. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far to say he's an all-rounder. Akil Hussein is a good bowler that knows how to bat, and he's improving his batting. You understand? Also, anyone have any prediction for West Indies Women's Series versus England in 3 ODIs and 5 T20s? I think I got England winning 3-0 and 3-2, says Supernova. It's going to be tough because we would have lost Deandra Dutton, and if I'm not mistaken, at least Anisa Mohammed said that she was taking a break from the game for a little while, and I'm not too sure if we're in a place to beat England right now. I don't know what what sort of prediction I should go with because I don't know what the squad is looking like, but it's going to be tough. Merchant from Kingston, pelting bad. You sure? Lal say Merchant is pelting the ball. Yeah. Also, our under 19, under 19s women team has played 3 matches versus India B and Sri Lanka. Well, versus India B and Sri Lanka, and have been hammered all 3 times. Not good signs. Yeah, not good signs at all. The girls are not getting enough cricket. They are not playing enough cricket, man. Good night, Sports to the Bone and Room. I'm late, but personally, I think he's. My name say Akil is overrated. Fact is, Sports to the Bone, Hussein is not a wicket taking spinner. He not a match winner. What has Hussein ever win? Is not a match winner. Oh, when has Hussein ever win a game for West Indies? That's why I say, Kurt, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, sir. I am oftentimes wrong. So, you know, I hear you. West Indies women getting clean sweep, that prediction. All right. As I said, I'm not too sure what the squad is looking like. Hussein has lost form and is developing an expensive first over problem. Okay, ODI World Cup is in India. We need 4 spinners, 2 to play, 2 to back up. Who you taking? Right now, I always say that I don't like to take 2 same players, but as I always say, if the 2 same players doing the best job, then you have to take them. You understand? Hussein and Moti, they are there. You know, Kevin Sinclair is wiggling his way back in, and you know, I don't know if I don't know if Jeremy Merchant can get a look in, but those definitely are the 2 spinners that I would have to work with. Moti Hussein, poor and part-time bowler. All right. Sports to the Bone, a little off topic, but as far as you can see, how is the cricket developing in the US with the youngsters? Is it catching on at school level over there? Well, not where I am from. Well, did I say where I'm from? Not where I am living, but based on what I hear, you know, some places in New York and places like that, they have youngsters playing. Where I am, these guys, most of them don't know anything about cricket. They have never heard the name. When I go to PE class and talk to them about cricket, they look at me like I am strange. You know, some of them, they have never heard the word cricket. You understand? The first day when I went and I was introducing myself and they asked me what sports I played, if I did basketball or anything, I said cricket, and they asked me if it's the animal with that name cricket. So there are different places that it's been developed, but definitely not where I am at the moment. Speaking against Australia, West Indies need to take their time on the pitch. Every pitch they nearly beat them 3 times. Okay. Well, nearly. Let us see. If Merchant was pelting, then I want to know what they're doing. But the other day I said that it looked as if a player was pelting and somebody went all the way back to Jermaine Lawson from 2003 just to let me know that I shouldn't talk about Trinidadian players. I should talk about people from Jamaica, apparently. So I just leave people. Bully my balls, but I think he's talking Dennis Bulai. The problem is that Dennis Bulai is in his 30s, man, about 35, 36, looking to hang it up now. Yeah, that is exactly what they said. That is what they said. That is what they said. Why was Sinclair batting in front of Shepherd in the Super 50, and why was Odin batting at 8 Sports to the Bone? Sinclair, probably it was tactical when Sinclair batted before him. Odin Smith, I don't know. There are a couple of batsmen that played for Jamaica that they definitely can handle themselves. Didn't show it in the tournament. For example, Pete Salmon, the off spinner. Don't know how many persons saw him bowling. You know, don't know how the elbow look or anything. But this is somebody that I went to college with, and he's extremely. He's a good batsman, you know. It didn't work for him throughout the tournament. But, you know, seeing him batting in front of Odin Smith, probably on one or two occasions wasn't too surprising to me because, he's somebody that usually makes a lot of run in Jamaica cricket there. All right. Sports to the Bone, your favorite batsman, Marnus, will be running from Alzarian Seals in 9 days. Boy, I wouldn't mind still out Supernova. I wouldn't mind at all. I wouldn't mind, but that man is definitely one of the toughest cookie I have seen in a little while. That youth, Marnus Lamashane. He's tough, but Alzari Joseph is tough. I remember when he made his debut a couple of years ago, Steve Smith was hit and was out, and he came in as a concussion substitute. I think he was the first concussion substitute, and he got hit, and they floored him. And I think it was Jaffa Archer, if I'm not mistaken, also that hit him. Could be wrong. And he got up back and started to bat and was saying that he was not going to be the first person to be substituted, to substitute in a game and then have to be substituted. I think he scored a half century in that game, and from that, I really liked him as a player. So it's something to look forward to. New York is where you will find most West Indies diaspora. Yeah. And I think Florida. So those are a couple places that they're playing some cricket. His favorite is Kawaja, and he is my favorite also. And Kawaja will destroy the ball, and I hope not. Yeah, Osman Kawaja, I like him as a player, especially because of what he went through when they decided that they wasn't going to select him in the team or anything. But I always say, I like good cricketers. I like good cricketers. So sometimes people curse me and say why I'm supporting people that not from West Indies. Salman Action look more suspect than Merchant. Funny enough, I think it was last year. He was cleared. He was actually cleared last year. He was banned for quite some time. I think 2018, 2019, he played a game against Barbados and took 8 wickets. And, I think his action was reported and he was banned for a little while and he had to be batting. And I think it could have been early this year or last year he was cleared. Because when I went to the Jamaica trials, I think the Jamaica trials was in January, if I'm not mistaken, late January out there in Jamaica, he was bowling, but yeah, I remember from college days, he chuck one and two of them, man. Anyone see our off spinner get hot for 100 runs in 20 overs? Off spinner that no Sachin. Now Roach will take Roach will take care of Kawaja. All right. Good evening, all. Yes, Cricket 2020. Like Kawaja, batsman 2 will be tough to remove him, but isn't score more. All right, I hear you. 106 views, only 18 likes. Show him support, please. Supernova, we know this is my regular thing. I come on and read comments until my throat hurts. And my wonderful people, they wouldn't even like up the video. That is how they deal with me. I don't know why. Supernova, you mean 151 innings? I guess Gabriel might be back in the ODI team soon because his body not able to for test cricket anymore. But who will he replace, Mr. Sport? And Kurt, that is something that I would have alluded to in a couple of in a couple of videos, Shannon Gabriel, probably that is the trick that the selectors must not miss. They probably need to try him there because, as I said, I'm not too sure if his body is able to manage the test, but you can probably bowl him in spells of 3 overs in ODI cricket and get something out of him. Don't know who he would replace, but probably. Also, it must be said Shannon Gabriel was bowling fire entire tournament. Man, I didn't see any speed gun or anything, but I am almost certain that man was bowling 150. I am sure that man was bowling in the 150s, man. The delivery that he used, that he got Kyle Hope out with, I think it was the semi-final. Kyle Hope didn't even see when the ball hit the wicket. The man didn't even see the ball start. I love West Indies, but there is only 2 batsmen I can watch. But all day, Root, Kawaja, those 2 are just pure classes. Sachin are consistently aiming for the stumps too. Shame he broke down in the final. If someone get injured in Australia, he has to be picked. Yeah. Yeah, man, Shannon. I am certain that man was bowling in the 150s. All Australian batter is afraid of Roach. Ask me why. All right. Chase in the war. Oh. Okay. We're talking about Chase. It was Rastan. Okay. West Indies will go on all-pace attack versus Australia. I doubt it. I don't think Shepherd Pelt. I don't remember anybody saying that. Shepherd bowls, man. He bowls. Australian bowlers such as Cummins and Stark, the top order batsmen needs to take their time and hopefully they'll take an advantage or so. It's going to be tough. That's all I can say. It takes a few innings for spinners to adjust to Australia pitches. I think Chase is going to be fine in Australia. I hope so because he's the only spinner we have there. I always tell people you can't let root spread like a coconut tree or it's over. But I would watch Samuels all day. I'm a diehard West Indian. Just give every player their respect. Yeah. So the batting manual was good to look at when he was in form, and Gabriel was bowling faster than Joseph in the Super 50. Just a second, guys. I am sure Gabriel was bowling over 150. Sure. I have to make sure the rice and pea is good enough. Yeah, man. Gabriel was definitely bowling in the 150s. I am almost certain when the test gonna start. So the first one is on the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. So the 29th we're gonna have the first one. 29th of November. And did anybody get a chance to see any clippings or anything? I did a couple of reports, but I was only able to see the scorecards. Yeah, and that's the scorecard. So I'm not too sure how the batsmen look out there. I was watching those games and I was saying to myself why them man no have no speed. Yeah, Sachin. Boy, that man was bowling 150s, man. That man was bowling in the 150s. I am almost certain. The test, yeah. The 29th, I think. Overall, I would say the Super 50 tournament was a success. Utley, Royal, Simmons, Anderson, McKenny, Clark, Kevin, Wickham, Arthanes, and Hodge were the bright spots. And you are spot on. And I think Hodge was the best all-rounder throughout the tournament, right? I think he had the most wicket with runs where a combination is concerned. Romaro Shepherd started off extremely well, but I think he fell off a little in the latter part. That chest pain was suspect from Gabriel in the finals. Oh, I think only the scorecard was available on Cricket Info. Okay. When I saw Tage got out 4 for 3, I just didn't look back at the scorecard all day. Yeah, he didn't last too long at all. He didn't last too long. I am hoping that when the 29th comes and he steps out there and opens, if he opens with Craig Brathwaite, I am hoping that he will be able to get some runs under his belt. You understand? Definitely hoping that the youngster will start off his career with some runs under his belt. Is there any young bowler in the under 19 bowling fast like Gabriel or faster? Not to my knowledge. Well, not to my knowledge. Blessing sports to the bone. I'm happy to see Jamaica win the Super 50, but I was disappointed that it was so one-sided. Yeah, I would have said that, I definitely would want Jamaica to come out on top, but it would have been nice to see a final with both teams scoring over 300 and then one team ending up winning. But I guess we got the excitement in the semifinals, so the finals just proved to be that. If Uncle Phil pulls out a miracle series draw versus Australia, I would wonder what people will say then. Mixed feeling and emotions would be all over social media. That's the thing, Supernova. The test team has definitely done well over the last probably 2.5 years. But I think that they want to appoint, that they want to split the roles. But I think they probably want to move on from the Phil Simmons era. You understand? That man probably going to be looking to coach leagues where he can make money also. But you know, if he goes there and he's able to work some sort of miracle and draw series or something, people might start saying, wait, you might need to give him another chance, you know. Shannon needs to be in test and one day squads. He is really bowling fastest, but injuries pro 90 miles per hour like Primus Power Shepherd. And the thing though, Raja, I am wondering if Shannon will last in terms of tests because you know, as we know, he's injury prone right now. He's not able to get through his overs for us during a certain period of time. So I'm wondering if the trick now is to try and rope him into the ODI setup, especially going into the ODI World Cup. I don't know. What happened to Gabriel in the final? He owned the ball for over. I think he was having some chest pain or something. Yeah, I think so. I would still say bye to Uncle Phil. He had his spell in time for a change. Okay. I think Brooks should open, says Albert. All right. Also, word around town, Rashan Primus is the new Dwayne Smith. Boy, I don't know if I can take a next Dwayne Smith at all. You know, if we get in a upgrade on the Dwayne Smith, that would be good. You know, hit the ball well and do his thing. You know, but would be good. We want some more. We would like for some more consistency. Joshua James from the West Indies Academy is a good fast bowler. Prospect had 8 wickets. Yeah, Joshua James did well also. Shamar Ola, Max Sween. What happened to these guys were guys? They are also tall too. I think they can bat too. Preston McSween and Shamar Hola. The last thing I remember when they were going into the Super 50 tournament, the last thing I remember hearing was that those two guys were recovering. Lennox, why am I not getting your notification when you go live? Can you please set it up if you can? It was out, man. Once you press the notification bell, Sheldon, then you should see it, you know, because I have it there. So once I put it out, you know, you should see it. Once you click the notification bell and press all. So once a video is uploaded or once I go live, I think you would be notified. I'm not too sure if there's anything else I can do on my end. Yeah, Shamar Hola going into the tournament was injured. Sports at the Bone, do you think that Kemar Roach will break Courtney Walsh record? No, not at all. Where is Roach now? Is he 250? I think Roach is. I don't remember, guys. I know he passed Michael Holding the other day on 249, so 250, and I think Walsh is probably 500. No, Roach will not get there. Roach will not get there. Would be nice to see him continue to climb up, but you know he's not going to take the same amount of wickets that he would have taken so far. Also, it's a very sad situation with what's happening with O'Shane Thomas' career. When last has he played consistent cricket on a regular basis? 2021, we are nearly in 2023. It's not good enough. As I said, you know, Supernova, the most compelling thing where cricket is concerned for our region that can keep these guys on track is their IPL money and their T20 money. And if he lost out on that and that didn't shake him up, I am not too sure what can shake him up. Yes, he can break Walsh record. Maybe I'm not remembering too good, but I'm almost certain that Roach is on 250 and Walsh, I could be mistaken, but I'm almost certain that Walsh has over 500 wickets. I could be wrong. Somebody pull it up for me. I could be wrong. Just off the top of my head. I want to see that young man fit and having batsman ducking and scrambling like we saw when he first seen in 2017. I pretty much would want that also. I remember seeing him the first time. I have told, you know, this story I would have shared on this platform quite a few times. I remember going to Sabina Park and it was Jamaica versus St. Kitts. At the time, Chris Gayle was playing for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, and that man had Chris Gayle ducking all over the place and squaring him up and beating him all over the place. And I don't know at all. I don't know, Star. I think it's a good idea then to put Gabriel in T20, which is shorter, less time in the field. Gabriel days of Test cricket is over. His body will break down. Should focus on ODI. That's the same thing I'm saying. When it comes on to ODI cricket, to Test cricket, Gabriel will probably put him out there and he bowls one spell and then he's unable to continue. Sheldon, you and I both know those last 3 wickets were way too late and the game was already over. All right. I want a coach who have a strong ambition, motivation, and vision. Who you would have as candidate? You see, the thing is, anybody that comes into coach, I think they're gonna suffer the same problems. I would want to give Curtly Ambrose a shot at it because of his passion, because of the fact that it seems as if he's serious about coaching. He went all the way to try and get the pace bowling coach of England. I think it was last year or a year before last. I would give him a shot. Shiv Narayan is working his way up also. I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to secure anybody outside of the region. You understand? Not too sure if we're going to be able to secure anybody outside of West Indies because of the politics and money and things like that. I'm not too sure what Carl Hooper's coaching credentials are like, but if we're thinking to replace the batting coach that we have now, maybe we can give Carl Hooper a crack at it. As I like to say, a good batsman or somebody with a good technique in his playing day doesn't necessarily equal to a good coach. But I would probably, I don't know what his credentials are like, but I would probably give him a crack at it. You understand? And somebody else that I always think I would probably give a crack at it where batting is concerned, batting coach. He's the director of West Indies cricket. I don't know what he's doing up there where politics is concerned, but I have always seen him as somebody that probably would be able to help the youngsters in terms of their batting. So I don't know. 560, I think. Yeah, I'm not too sure if what Roach is going to get there. In Super 50 semi, Shepherd had feel shame because Rutherford took more wickets than Shepherd. I'm not too sure if it's a case of him, if he should feel shame or anything. That's how the game is sometimes, Will you be watching the Abu Dhabi T10? As said, enough of our players will be there. I am going to try to see if I can watch a couple of the games. Well, I'm going to try, depending on the time that the games are being played. Sports Bone, many people have been calling for Powell to take over the white ball captaincy. Do you think he should be given the captaincy for at least one of the short format? I'm not ready to make a change as yet. My problem is, I would have said it before, he's growing on me in terms of his captaincy. But I'm not really ready to drag it away from Pooran as yet. In all honesty, I am not ready. And I can almost say that his tactics are probably better than Pooran's tactics. But anybody captain West Indies cricket at the moment, they are likely to lose games just the same because of how we play our cricket. Having said that, better tactics can give us better chances to win games. But I'm not too sure if I'm ready to hack it away from Pooran. Do you think Da Silva will be the best West Indies wicketkeeper West Indies wicketkeeper of all times? I'm not too sure. I mean, he's still young, so the opportunity is there to score runs and to keep wicket and thing. But you're gonna have to do well to outperform Jeffrey Dujan. He's gonna have to outperform the Shatter also before he gets there. River Jacobs, Murray, and all of them guys, they were good. Who will make the most runs for West Indies in the upcoming series versus Australia? I think the usual suspects. I think Craig Brathwaite will fight fire with fire. It will be not fight fire with fire. It will be difficult for him at the top of the innings, but I think he will get some runs. And I have a sneaky suspicion that don't knock me, guys, that Joshua Da Silva going to get some runs and Blackwood. Walsh 500, Roach 250 something. No way. Yeah, he's not going to reach it. He's not going to reach it at all. Yeah, he's not going to reach it. Roach will end his career with on 320 plus. Hopefully, that's a lot still. That's a whole lot, but hopefully. Currently and Shanapa for coaches. Patrick says West Indies didn't utilize O'Shane good, and that's what mashed him up. They should have forced him to in test team and no much shorter format. My thing is this, I personally think that I think it was Kirkley Ambrose that said it also, that this guy they should have allowed this guy to play some regional cricket and learn how to bowl. You understand? How to work on batsmen, not just on his pace. Learn how to put a spell together. But you see, desperate times call for desperate measures, and the world is going in the T20 direction. And when they saw somebody that they thought would blow the world away, they just took him up and just decided that they were going to throw him into the deep end. But as you said, the right thing would have been to allow him to play the red ball cricket. What about Robert Samuels? Hold on there. Let me soon come. What about Robert Samuel? As what? Coach? Batting coach? Let us just say he's not my favorite person. He's not my favorite person. Let's just put it that way. He's not my favorite person. Imagine Ricky Ponting as head coach and Sir Kirkley as assistant. Pure cuss out for each and every player. Standards would have to be met, or it's leaks in the dressing room. All right. And Ricky Ponting is not even the Australian that I really would want. Is Justin Langer is the man that I would want still, but the man a no nonsense coach still. I think Carl Hooper is very knowledgeable in cricket and coaching. I heard on an interview with him. It's fantastic. Yeah, he's off he's actually going to be an assistant coach for the Adelaide Strikers, I think, over there in the Big Bash League. So that is what he's doing. I'm not too sure what his credentials are, but he's somebody that I always looked at. Put Pooran for ODI and Powell for T20, says Raja. All right, I heard AB has a poster of the mighty Da Silva in his house. Da Silva is good. Well, easy now, man. Powell shows more match awareness than Pooran, in my opinion. He looks to be a better captain, says King. All right. Sports to the Bone, what is it you like about Pooran? You're always saying he's good. I don't know if I have outrightly said that he's good or he's the best. The problem is when these guys came on the scene, when Pooran and Hetmyer and these guys came on the scene, I saw the potential. So that is why you always hear me say that I want to see Pooran find back his form. That is why I'm saying I'm not kicking him to the curb. His captaincy, I am not happy with, but I mean, I am not an experienced coach to that level, but having coached, I can understand that when somebody is captain in a team, they need time. You understand, to develop tactics and things like that. But I am more worried about his batting. You understand? I want him to make runs. That is what I want. And I am not saying that he's the best thing since sliced bread in comparison to other players around the world. Because if you compare him to other cricketers, from the India and the Pakistan, other youngsters, probably these youngsters are performing at the international level. But my thing is, since Darren Bravo made his debut, and probably Adrian Bharat, there's nobody else that I would have been excited about. You understand? Except Pooran and Hetmyer. So maybe that is why I'm still holding on and saying that, hopefully he will find form. I'm not saying he's the best thing since sliced bread, but I am hoping. Who will bat before who between Shepherd and Odin in the batting order? Sports to the Bone. I have Shepherd batting first. I have Shepherd batting first. I personally think that Shepherd is more of an accomplished batsman. Odin Smith tends to hit the ball harder. His strike rate is usually higher, but in terms of being a more accomplished batsman, I would go with with Romaro Shepherd. Ricky Ponting would want minimum $3 million US dollars. Also, he would prefer to coach Australia over any other team. Yeah, he would prefer, but obviously he's talking. He's saying if he should pick it up. Robert Summers with that classy. Yeah. All right. Since Barbados Pride knocked out the Leeward Islands in Super 50, Mr. Lover has been calling for them to protest Barbados' position in the semis. I don't even know where Mr. Lover is right now. She Hope is my ODI poor and stay as T20 captain, says Kevin. All right. I doubt any of the 2 tests will be beyond 3 days, says Marlon. Marlon said we might not be able to go past 3 days. Clyde says this may seem strange, but O'Shane thrived under Carlos Brathwaite. Remember the tour of India when Carlos continuously encouraged and praised him. But at that time, he was just he was just coming through. He was not comfortable as yet. You understand? He was still fresh. Sports to the bone, I think Ambrose and Shandopar should be coach of the West Indies team, says Salman. All right. Alzari Joseph. What about Alzari? What about Viv Richards as batting coach? I'm not too sure if Viv going to take up them sort of stress right now. O'Shane failed himself. No one can be failure of his. Yeah, I agree. Imagine 151 viewers with 30 likes. Maybe the views dislike. Probably, maybe. But that is how it usually goes now. I come and I read and the people wouldn't do the smallest courtesy of liking the video. 160 viewers and they're not liking the video, but just one of them days. Sports to the bone, good night. Are you planning to go a couple of hours tonight since you off work next week? Boy, this man don't miss nothing at all, man. Maybe not a couple of hours, because the dinner is on the stove and wife is soon come from work, so can't spend the entire night and live. But we can go and talk a little bit, man. We can go and talk a little bit. I think the Australian batting line up is weak, but the bowling attack will strong. I doubt it's still. Salman, you sure? No, man. Let me tell you the most likely top 6. Osman Khawaja alongside David Warner. Marnus Lamashane at 3. Who is working himself back in form. Steve Smith, who is back in form, at 4. Travis Head, 5. Cameron Green, 6. But you sure that batting lineup is weak, Virgin? You sure? Boy, I don't know, I don't know, Star. I don't know. When West Indies get started down under, the place will be turned upside down. Don't worry, West Indies batting first and scoring 759 for 6 declared. We have to just rally. We're going to rally until we rally. I don't know, Hey, give Marlon Summers a batting coach because he is the only one knows how to bat and win the World Cup. Yeah. Congrats to JA for winning that. Was the best 2 cricket games in a long while. All right. Steve Smith being back in form scares me though. Exactly. The man is back in form. So I don't understand how he's saying that the Australian batting lineup is weak. Sorry to say, but West Indies will have to double will have a double 2 for 1. Sports in the bone, did you enjoy this T20 World Cup? What an event it was. I didn't enjoy it because, in all honesty, I didn't watch the games. I didn't watch the games at all. I saw probably I doubt I watched 30 minutes of cricket in the. I gave you guys reports and all of that, but I doubt I watched 30 minutes of cricket. I had to work and I had to sleep. You understand that the hours that the game I couldn't keep up with it, so I didn't enjoy it. I think West Indies will give a good account of themselves in test. Don't be surprised they beat Australia, like Kyle Mears and Brathwaite Blackwood will do well, says Roger. All right. The Australian team players are old now. More of them in their 30s. Warner is 36, Smith is 33, more than players in their 30s, but them performing. Why? I hear you. Marlon Samuels more interested in making his perfume sextillion big. Yeah, the man is an entrepreneur now. The last time I tried to reach out to that man where cricket is concerned, he sent me 7 laughing emoji. I shared it with you guys already when I sent him a text asking him to do an interview. He just sent me 7 laughing emoji. I had to just laugh at myself and move on. Jano Star, can I imagine? Do you think the players should get reviews in the next Super 50? That would be good. It would be good. It would be good if they are able to do that. West Indies ain't get no bowler there. Trouble Australia. West Indies ain't got no bowler here to trouble Australia cricketers. All right, I hear you. I hear you, boss. What's the update for the second warm-up match? Not sure. Put it this way, Sports to the Bone. I think West Indies will make above 600 or 700 runs in the innings during the series. Put O'Shane in the test team and have him feel for the whole day. Azhar will try, but he will not be enough. Fell asleep. All right, boss. Brandon King is the best talent in the Caribbean, says Bedward. Definitely talented. Definitely talented. They should have worked with Karaya and Moti. They will be a good pair together. They decided to go for Rastan Chase. Speaking of Marlon, what's going on with his alleged case? That's going to who much. Yeah, we haven't heard anything about it, but the problem is that he was out of cricket. I don't even remember the story. He was out of cricket for probably a year when they brought the case against him. So I don't even think not going to come out of that. I don't even think anything going to come out of it. Who is that? Mr. Lover? Mr. Lover Thomas is in good form. Yeah, Davon Thomas had 77 not out, I think. Or is O'Shane Thomas you're talking? Yeah, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see how West Indies cope against this Australia team. You understand? Blessings, Mr. Lover. Definitely going to be interesting to see how we cope, how we go up against this team. I know the bowlers are going to struggle, yes, because the Australians have good batting, but I am more worried about our batting than I am worried about the bowling. And that has been the thing over the last couple of years. I am more worried about the batting than I am about the bowling. You understand? Any latest news on young Drakes and Paul? Those are two good ODI and T20 options. Boy, I don't know what's going on with them guys. I don't know at all. I don't know. Here thing about Joseph, I think he'll make a century since he made 2 half centuries. Devon is really in serious batting form though. And funny enough, Supernova, Mr. Lover, people will tell you that he shouldn't have been there. People will tell you that Devon Thomas and Raymond Reefer has no business there in Australia. But other guys with more high profile name, even though they have not outperformed these two guys in regional cricket, should be there. That is how our cricket is. I can't explain it to you at all. These people have hope for the hopeless. That Thomas knock could be a one-off knock though. Yeah. Marlon has played the best 2 innings in T20 history for me in finals. Yeah, I think so. For me, Banner put Brooks or Banner put Brooks or Thomas play at 3. All right. Windies batsmen will try, but the swing bowling will trouble them a lot. Remember, they are swing bowlers. Yeah, man, it's going to be tough because I think Australia might go Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, Josh Hazelwood, and they probably go. I don't know if they're going to play the other guy, Bowen, or they probably go Cameron Green as the fourth seamer, as an all-rounder. I don't know, but whichever way they work, it's going to be tough. Gabriel is in the reckoning in ODI World Cup. Yeah, man, we were talking about that earlier today. The second warm-up match is the 23rd of November. Is looking for a better bowling performance. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some better bowling. Sports of the Bone, who would you open with? Brathwaite, Brooks, or man, I bring Shandopal over there if you open, you know. That is what I bring him over. That is why he's in the squad, man. The man open here, man. In my opinion, the only reason he didn't open in the first warm-up is because they say he was ill. I don't care. We have Shandopal Nicks in line as an opener. Make the man open. Scott Boland might play. Yeah, so yeah, probably they will use him. Do you think Mickey, Arthur, and Lara is best utilized for a review? I don't know, you know. I don't know at all. I have a video that I want to do to talk about this review thing that CWI planning to do, you know. Devon and Reefer are test players only. That suits them. Leave the T20 and ODI for the young players to get a look in. And what I would say where that is concerned, the young players need to outperform them. That is how you get a look in. You don't hand people a look in my opinion, at least. So the CPL and the other T20 leagues, the young players need to outperform these guys, and then they will get a look in. It's the same sort of excuse we use when we want to select certain people in the test team that not even averaging 25. You understand? These guys would have done well at regional level, and that is why they are there. Not saying they are going to outperform Australia, but that is why they are there. But it's the same principle for T20. T20 is the more glamorous and the more and what we would say, a lot of people like to watch. But it's the same thing. Outperform the older guys and you get the spot. That is why I see it, at least. What do you make of the IPL teams releasing Shepherd and Smith? West Indies cricketers getting released. I did a video on that, Ashish Nera, talking about it, so I won't go too much in depth on that. But the players didn't perform too well when they got the opportunity in the IPL. Also at the international level, they didn't really do too much. So I can't really say anything too much. The test will start 9 days. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tej Narayan has got to be the most funniest and exotic opener in test history. What do you mean though? Mickey, Arthur, and Lara are rumored to be replacing Phil and Monty. What a way Brian Lara would like what a way Lara would like stress. This is going to be a blackathon for West Indies, Brathwaite, and Paul Banner and Da Silva. By the way, what time it will start? 6:30 or 9:30? Not sure. Sports to the Bone. I don't know what these guys go and review from the disaster C20 World Cup. All these guys need to do is give me the money, and I can tell them exactly what went wrong. The players not just weren't good enough. That is all. Sports to the Bone. When is the next final ODI between England and Australia? I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I would have to check. 10:30. Okay. Primus is great form. When I say great form, I know he got the 130, but remind me of the other scores that he made. Because somebody asked me earlier if he should get an opportunity in the ODI squad. And I don't want it to seem as if I was biased or anything, but I don't remember the other scores apart from the 130. Mickey Arthur should be West Indies coach. He's great at developing young cricketers. 9:20. But them time I have to go to my bed. Them time they start. I can't stay up to watch West Indies cricket at that time. I have to go to my bed. West Indies bowling coach. He was a great. All right. Also, he had scores of 38, 48, 42, and 28. Oh, okay. All right. Well, to be fair, Archie Primus, his average was 89 with 1. Woo! Yeah? It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good. So they might be looking at him also. That is why I was saying, tell me the numbers because I don't want it to seem as if I was being biased because I wasn't too sure of all of the numbers. But that was pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good though. That's pretty good. That was definitely pretty good. Man can't stay up and watch cricket so late, Bridget. That is a problem. That is a problem with these games. It was the same thing with the T20 World Cup. I couldn't watch the games because man them, the time didn't work out for me at all. So yeah, peeps, the Super 50 tournament done and dusted. For those who are coming in late, we already congratulated Jamaica Talawas. We beat up Jamaica Scorpions. We beat them up already and everything. You understand? For those who are coming in. Sports and Bone, if a team make 200 and the next team have 200, need 1 run to win and a player need 3 runs for his 100, can that batsman run 3 runs and for his 100? I will say no. What about the game is finished, man? Once the game finished, the game finished. The 100 is not more important than the finishing, the conclusion of the game. That the game is finished. I can give you well, I didn't see the game, but I'm almost certain that Nicholas Pooran was left not out the other day on 99. He probably could have run another single and he probably could have run another single and get it. I didn't see the game, but looking off his scorecard, Pooran was left not out on 99 and he could have done that. But yeah, man, once the game done, man. Only likely to be picked as a bowler, yeah. Would you waste money to put a panel to investigate World Cup? Man, and if you stop the foolishness and tell the man to learn for batter, that them if you tell the man. I think Chanopal will manage the batting coach for the West Indies. This man is a master when he used to bat. He understands the game and never gave his wicket away. He would do a good job. My problem is these guys with critical thinking. They don't use them brain when they go there to bat. Yeah, Supernova telling him. Yeah, the same thing happened to Pooran. When the game finished, man. Coaching stint as a farmer. Will Mr. Neera take up a coaching stint as a former Indian cricketer? And that's what I'm saying. Ashish Neera is a great cricketer, former cricketer, and he should be coaching. Shepherd Primus might replace one of the two, Shepherd or Smith. Shepherd did enough work in the initial stage of the tournament to get himself back a looking, I think. There is Sammy. There is so many guys ahead of Primus like Arthanes. No, and we only need a couple players, guys like Pooran and Poyle will win. Yeah, Alec Arthanes is definitely there, man. Only a boundary will get the batsman 100. Yeah. Royal Dravid once ago called Shandopal a wall in India. Series played in India. We need a wall to be our coach. Funny enough, Royal Dravid was actually one of the first cricketers that I saw live. I remember when I was going to Abotnat Gallimore High School in Jamaica there, and we went to Sabina Park. I think I was in grade 9 or the 9th grade, and we went to Sabina Park to see a test match. You understand? We were playing India, and I think when I walked up there, when I went out into the stadium, into the stands, I think Royal Dravid was batting, if I'm not mistaken. Could have been, yeah, I think it was 2009. I don't remember if it was 2009 that India toured us. Yeah, man. Time Sarwan and all of them guys was playing still. Question to all over here. Can Shepherd Smith replace DJ Bravo Pollard, create another T20 dynasty? I'm not too sure if we're going to see anybody like a DJ Bravo again. The thing is, DJ Bravo was already an excellent cricketer before T20. You understand? So he had time to work on his skill and all of that. These guys don't have the time to work on that. Pollard, as you know, would have played good amount of cricket before just going over into T20. And these guys are solely working on T20. So I'm not too sure if they are playing enough red ball cricket to develop them sort of skills. Do you see any players that can help West Indies cricket improve, like Sammy, Pollard, Bravo, etc.? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what what the coaches are doing when these players are coming through. But people like Casey Carty, maybe not power hitters like these guys, but people like Casey Carty, Brandon King, Alec Arthanis, you don't want any more talented players than that, man. You get 3 guys like that and Pooran and Hitmaya, 5 players like that, are 5 good batsmen that you just need to coach the guys properly and come up with good tactics how to win cricket. You don't want no more talent than that. Also, before you shout out to Nicholas Garden. Yeah, man, Nicholas Garden definitely did well. Joint top wicket taker, I think, with Shannon Gabriel and Odin Smith. Shout out to him. You understand, as I said. Primus won't get a chance if he don't fix his fitness. Yeah, that's another issue. Yeah, he's not looking as trim as they like to see them on television. Apparently, he played under 19 West Indies cricket back in 2010 with Holder and Brooks. So why only now at 31 are we hearing his name? He bowled extremely well in 2022. You see, that is the thing, sometimes when these guys don't make it at under 19 level and they don't transition same time, CWI don't invest in them like that, and they have to go all over and do things to earn money. They have to go play either in America, work in Jamaica, whatever they have to do, play club cricket while working. So you find that they might master club cricket in Jamaica after a period of time, and then they start performing and come through. Same thing like Shamar Brooks and them guys. In the latter stage, Nicholson Garden is too short to be an international class bowler. Whoa! I wonder what you're saying to me. Okay. How tall? I would probably say the age is against him. How tall was Brett Lee? Somebody remind me how tall Brett Lee is. Listen, this is not me putting Garden in Brett Lee's class, a former cricketer is saying that he's too short to be a pacer. And we know that the shorter you are, the more impact you're going to have on your body and so. But I am just asking, how tall was Brett Lee? How tall was Brett Lee? Someone just remind me. We don't need a dynasty. We just need good, consistent cricket. That's all we need. As I said, Casey Carty, Brandon King, Nicholas Pooran, Shimran Hetmeyer, Alec Arthanes, plus other guys that are performing. Those are 5 guys that should be in a ODI. Well, Casey Carty needs to get his strike rate up, but them guys talented enough to win games. They just need to settle down and bat and stop the foolishness. Shamar Springer and Bravo. Yeah, didn't do too badly also. We spoke about Hakeem Jordan earlier. We spoke about Bulai also. Sports Bone, which team in the IPL do you think will pick Pooran? It depends on the team that needs somebody that can wicket keep and somebody that they think and where they decide to use him. I don't know if they do decide to use him as a top order batsman or lower order, so not too sure. Maybe same team will pick him up again, We just need consistency from our batsmen. If 2 or 3 our batsmen can always perform, we'll be very competitive. Yeah. Malcolm Marshall again was a giant. Yeah, Malcolm Marshall was pretty short also. Kemar Roach in front of our eyes is short. Quite a few. I believe the reason why Hetty doing that to West Indies cricket is because he did not get no contract from West Indies. I'm not too sure if he would have accepted the contract either. I don't know. 1 meter 877. Brett Lee is actually 6'2". Thought he was probably my height, like 5'11" or something like that. Did Hetty offered any contract from the Windies? I know Brett Lee's. Okay. Yeah. Bring up poor and two run. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too sure. Ashish Nera would know though, you know, 'cause I remember he's a former cricketer. It will be dumb from West Indies board for not to give one of our young rising star a contract. And if they don't do that, if they don't do that, then the guy is going to probably go off and go do and work. They're probably going to have to go and work. You understand? Mr. Nera, Malcolm Marshall was a sharp bowler, fiery and fast. How tall is Fidel Edwards? How tall is Lasif Malinga? I know those guys have run action, so you know that probably help them. But how tall are those guys? Sports to the bone, Fidel Edwards more taller than Roach and Marshall. All right. Fidel Edwards look like a baby. I see Fidel Edwards at Sabina Park already, and that man don't look taller than 5'7" to me. Could be taller, you know, but that man don't look an inch taller than 5'7". In all honesty, that man don't look an inch taller than 5'7". I doubt he's even 5'7". That man is probably 5'6". All right. Bryce Cricket Development and Enrichment Academy say, good job, bro. All right, Bryce. Blessings. Marshall was 5'11". My height. Fidel. Yeah. All right. Which Fidel is 6'2"? Man, stop the foolishness here, man. I see Fidel Edwards at Sabina Park, and that man probably reached me on my shoulder. And I am just 5'11". That man not tall, don't so tall, man. Yeah, so that is what is happening, guys. So as somebody said earlier, CWI should make sure that they at least take a couple of these guys under their wings. You understand? They should take a couple of guys under their wings and make sure they don't go to the curve. Tino Best was yeah, he was short, you know, but I don't even want to call that man. Boy, Tino Best, man. Who remember that time when Tino Best was in the 90s? Was it 95? Tino Best was on and tried to hit a six and get out. That man gave us some good memories. Yeah, no, shit. We're talking pace bowlers. So yeah, man, peeps. This is we're coming to the end of the live, you know. So if there's any burning issue you want me to read, you can just go ahead and type it in the comment section. We go a little bit longer than usual. As I said, I am off work now, but still have stuff to do. So we still can do the 2-3 hour live show them. But you know, if you have anything else that you want me to read out in the comment section, you can go ahead in the comment. You can go ahead and type and let me hear. All right? I will tell you than Fidel. Man, I put an end to the argument. I tell you that I am 5'11", and I see Fidel Edwards at Sabina Park, and that man didn't reach me at my shoulder. That man is probably 5'6" or so. I 5'7" the tallest. Yeah. All right. Hey, bro, there is a young left-hand bowler from the Leeward Islands who I think will be great in red ball game. He need coach. You help him and he can be dangerous in the future. He is a bit pacey. Who is that bowler? I'm not sure who that is. I mean, there's my information going out underneath the bottom right there, you know. So if you want to reach me on Instagram, it's right there. If you want to reach me on Facebook, it's right there. I am not the best coach in the world, but I have coached at the youth level before. So if there's any sort of advice I can pass it on. So, you know, whoever the person is, if he is not with any coach or anything, my information is right there. You can reach out. And with my limited knowledge, I probably can help him a little. Sports and Bone, tell Ashish Nira to let you get some subscriber from India. That population is huge. You fly past 11K. Boy, I don't know enough. My friends tell me all the time that if I had decided to talk about football or basketball, I would be over 200,000 subscribers already. But because in the Caribbean, I decided to talk about cricket, and West Indies cricket is basically dying. Nobody not paying me any mind. But I started out on cricket, and believe it or not, I could probably do equally as good as a job talking about football as I am talking about cricket. You understand? I am more passionate about cricket, but I probably could do equally as good a job talking about football because I watch a lot of football. He played in the Super 50. Tell me his name. Tell me the player's name. Well, I mean, if he played in the Super 50, then simple means he is being coached and he's at a higher level then. So my little coaching probably won't do anything for him. Alzari Joseph is my favorite West Indies player as he helped me to achieve IPL title. All right, boss. US in July. Any thoughts? What are you talking about, Sheldon? Merlither and Shane Warne have the most wickets on. No man, Raja, remember I think he was making reference to pace bowlers. Why are we just seeing Sir Kumar Yadav after all these years? He was there, man. He was always there doing his thing. But remember, this is India, you know. Remember, this is India. All right. Hola should be our pacer. He's tall enough, should have done the work and become a speedster. It doesn't always work like that, you know. It doesn't always work like that. Most sharp bowlers have a sling action which make them effective. Having a tall bowler provide more bounce with and there you go. Perfectly said. Let me try remember the name. All right. Blessed Earth Strong Alzari and Jeremy. Yeah, man. We posted about today is Alzari's birthday. Big up to the G. His name is Ryan. But we know Ryan Hines. So but Ryan, is he young? Is he young though? Major League Cricket is July. Oh, Major League you're talking about. Man, the problem is where I am now, no cricket is being played here. You understand? I would definitely take a piece of it, man, if I was in the area where it was being played. Because as I always say, I am not good, but I think I could play a little bit of club cricket here in the States. But where I am, all these people plays football and American football and golf and basketball and them sort of sitting. Good night, Cunningham. Blessings. Next T20 World Cup, USA, West Indies, probably. Peace out. I jump. Go and sleep. All right, Mr. Lover. I am about to jump off also. Go see if I can get some Sunday dinner. But yeah, that is basically where we leave it for tonight, my viewers and subscribers. I definitely appreciate you guys supporting the platform. We are pretty close to 11K subscribers. It's been a while coming. You guys need to share the thing, man. Share the thing. The subscribers, the train is moving slow. Since we reach 10K, it's like it's moving slow, and you need to make sure that you're sharing. And if you're on here and you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe. All right. So we're going to leave it right here for tonight, guys. I know you all wanted me to go a little longer, but yeah, man, I know you guys, Caribbean people, you all eat your Sunday dinner already and all of them things. So big up on yourself, stay safe, and watch out bright and early tomorrow morning. I will be dropping another video. So go and stay safe, my peeps, and thanks for the support as per usual. Thank you guys for watching all of the videos when I put them out. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you all for sharing. And thank you for the day one subscribers who have been with me from even before we reach 1,000 subscribers or 2,000. To all of the new subscribers, big up on yourself. Stay safe, my peeps, and we touch base later on. Zay, blessings.